pretty decent. I'm hoping for some more participation as we work through today because there is a lot of chance for you guys to really show me what you know about this idea of the star's life cycle. Okay, so a question was, are stars living? And I said you either say no or yes or no, and then you tell me why. This is very interesting because last class, the 9:15 class, you guys, there were a ton of, it was opposite. There was more people saying yes than there were no. So it's really interesting to see different classes and what you guys are thinking. So we've got no's, and I love the reasoning that you guys are saying. It's just burning gas. It doesn't have the properties of something that is living. Nice one, Dominic. Dominic, what are the properties of something living? Can you put them in the chat for me if you remember them? No, just made up of gases. They don't do what living things do. Interesting. Big balls of gas. I like that you at least know you guys, I love it that you guys know that they're made of gas. Ooh, I like this one right here. They do not reproduce. Interesting. And then, no, because during their energy producing phase, they actually lose mass continuously as they convert mass to energy. Whoa, nice. Ooh, Dominic said a digestive system would be a property of something that's alive. Right, and I love that you guys are just saying it's made of burning gas. Ooh, right here, I didn't see this one. No, because it doesn't have any cells. Oh my gosh, you're really killing it. Okay, for people who said yes. Yes, because all living things in our universe are made up of molecules, and they keep it burning and well alive. Ooh, I like that you know that everything's made up of molecules. That's exciting. Elements and all living things have atoms. Yes, because they change throughout their lifetime. Oh my gosh, you guys, these are so good. All right. Hey, Adriana, when you come into class, let's not disrupt what we're doing right now, okay? Thank you. Come in late. You already missed the announcement. Okay. So, on this line, now that you guys have this idea of whether or not stars are living, let's think back to biology, okay? In biology, what do we say were classifications of things that are alive? Can you guys think of one thing that all living things must have? What's one thing that all living things must have? I'm going to make a new page for this. Okay, some of you guys are saying atoms. Atoms like hydrogen, so all living things are made up of hydrogen? Oh, we're talking like uranium. When you guys say atoms, what are you talking about? Ooh, I like that a lot better. Cells. You guys, all living things are made up of cells. Cells have our powerhouse, our nucleus, and the nucleus tells the rest of the working components in a living organism what needs to happen. If there aren't any cells, there's not a living organism. Okay, this is a big confusion that people forget. Not forget. They get misconstrued as you go through all these different science classes. Okay, all living things must be made up of cells. Okay, all living things must be made up of cells. What are cells made up of? And this is, I think, where you guys get a little confused. I can make your hands clap. Something like that. I can make your hands clap. Anyone? 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 What are cells made up of? Okay, in cellular respiration, which is how cells get turn one form of molecule into another form. Cellular respiration, we have organisms that are taking in sugars, and they're converting them into, what do you breathe out? Oh, molecules! Oh, sorry, I didn't look at the chat. Molecules, proteins, carbs, lipids, nucleic acids. Yes, carbon dioxide. Oh my gosh, those are all you guys molecules. And if we break down molecules, we can say that they're atoms. Here's what I want you guys to remember. Okay? In order for something to be alive, it can't just be made of atoms. It has to have cells. Cells are made up of atoms, but without the cell, which is the basic organization, like the most singular organization of cells, we don't have anything that's alive. We just have atoms floating around, okay? So, yes. Please make sure you guys are clarifying this and making sure you take note of this. All living things must contain cells. So real quick, going back to this question. Do stars contain cells? Yes or no? Tell me in the chat. Do stars contain cells? Yes or no? Tell me in the chat. Well, let's do polling. Green check if you think yes, stars contain cells. Red X if you think no, stars do not contain cells. Okay, so if I were to ask you to give me a scientific explanation for why stars are not alive, we could say stars are not alive because they do not contain, fill in the blank. Stars are not alive because they do not contain, yes, yes! I need to see a bigger waterfall than that. There are 50 of you guys. I only saw 5 of you write it out. Okay. And there's only 25 of you who are using your polling tools to tell me that you understand this. Red X means cells are not alive. Look at our polling results right now, you guys. Oh, you guys can see them, but here. Oop. There's 24 of you not participating. Do I need a zombie for people here? Hey, Tyler, you told me you were back and you're not answering. Tatiana, Raquel, Porter, Oriana.